Product research strategy has been the most important component of me being able to take home 6 figures profit each year the past couple years with Amazon Online Arbitrage, flipping big name brand products from Kohl's.com, Target, Walmart onto Amazon's platform. And in this video, I'm going to break down a full product research checklist in terms of what to look for and what to not look for. Let's get after it. I also do want to mention, if you're interested in working directly with me to scale up Amazon Online Arbitrage, we are running a sale on our coach program this week. So if you're interested in applying, we talk daily, 3 weekly coaching calls a week, all my coupon strategies, lots of stuff I don't show on YouTube. Make sure to apply at the link in description, and let's get after it.
To start out, guys, for all my product analysis, you really only need 2 tools. I use these 2 tools every day. Our product research tool, SellerAmp, over here on the right. This is going to let you know how quick an item sells, what it sells for, and actually if you're profitable on it using the profit calculator right here, as well as Keepa, which is 20 bucks a month, as well as SellerAmp, and you can see what a product sold for over time, the competition, etc. If you're interested in full tutorials on both those, I have them on my YouTube channel. But the first thing we actually want to take a look at on a product is the velocity, right? So how do we tell the velocity of a product on SellerAmp? So you're mainly just going to want to be looking at the BSR for that, which we can see right here on SellerAmp. To summarize BSR in short, it's how quick an item sells, basically. So it sells the lower the BSR, the quicker it's selling, right? So the number one BSR in a category is the fastest selling product in that entire category. Basically, anything under 100,000 sells pretty quick. Basically, but you want to be ideally lower. For example, this item right here is a 3K BSR, so it sells incredibly quick right there. And on Keepa, you can see the BSR over time and how that changes. And you can go here and hit product details, which will then show you the average price over time for a specific product, 30, 60, 90 days, etc. As a beginner, you mainly want to be focusing on the 90-day data right here. So first part of the checklist is making sure it's below 100,000, basically, right there. The next thing is actually taking a look at the profitability and the price action over time. So I would recommend not going below a 30% ROI on any products you're looking at. Luckily, SellerAmp's going to easily tell you that over on the profit calculator right there. And on top of the price, you also want to be looking at the price trend right here as well. So something like this, we can see where it was in terms of the lowest prices down here. It got even lowest price around like 20 right there. And we can see down here the competition on Keepa has gone down a lot. It's gone from right around like 20 sellers around like late March, early April, basically, to now being all the way down around 1 or 2 sellers. And no wonder the price has consistently gone up a ton right there. So we definitely want to be looking for stuff like this where the competition's headed down and the price is then headed up, because there's a good chance that trend's going to continue. We do not want products where the competition's going up and the price is already headed down or looks like it's going to head down basically. And you're going to get better at building this out over time. We can see price headed up on this one, so it's absolutely a green flag on the type of product we want to take a look at on that specific Keepa chart right there. So you either want stuff where the price is going up or the price is stable, which we can see a great example of on this product right here. So we can see back here in March, price was right about $9.20, $9.50 right there, and we can see that it's nicely sustained here over time. It's right around like $9.99 pretty consistently right here, and we can see competition has sustained pretty steady right there as well. We can see if we go to data, product details on Keepa, we're actually going to be able to see that the 90-day average is so close to the 180 average. It's only a 14-cent difference, just like 1.5% basically in terms of the difference between those. So it's been incredibly stable right there, and then it's absolutely the type of item you want to be taking a look at right there as well. And so just in general, when you're taking a look at products to sell, I'd recommend staying around the same brands, because then you trust them. You only have to get ungated in them once. If you're interested in an ungating tutorial, you can check that out on my channel as well. But we want stable price, nice and profitable, competition not going down right there. A couple more in-depth things you want to look for in terms of qualifying an item. You can take a look at right here, this sports research, like supplement type products basically right here. We can scroll down to the Keepa chart and see that the price is incredibly stable right here, but it's so stable that there's and there's been only this one seller in the buy box a good amount of the time, Sports Research, which is looking like that's actually the brand right there. So I personally, not a huge fan of selling products that the brand are on specifically. We can scroll up to the buy box and see it's Amazon Sports Research right there. If you ever see a price that's this stable, literally for months, right at the same buy box share, you always want to go to data and then buy box statistics within Keepa, and then you're going to be able to see the names of all the sellers that are in the buy box, and we can see the brand right here, Sport Research, has 99% of the buy box share, so the buy box isn't being shared much at all right there. Same goes for when you see Amazon on the listing right there. Not a huge fan of competing with Amazon unless they're sharing more than 50% of the buy box, which you find data and then buy box statistics right there as well. Next thing we want to take a look for is making sure there's no history of IP complaints on a product, especially when you're taking a look at a new brand right here. So if we take a look at this balance of nature item right here, we can scroll down and go ahead and take a look at the Keepa chart right here and see that price is stable, velocity is good. It's got a 200 sales rank, right? Competition's gone up and down over time. Now, like I said, as a new seller, you're not buying big quantities of stuff. So you want to mainly be looking at the 3-month data, but you always want to give a quick zoom out to the year long to see if there's any history of IP complaints. And we can see over time, there was a time right here in January when in literally like one day, they kicked off all the sellers basically. Now, people were able to get on right here. However, you definitely don't want to be getting IP complaints. It puts your account health at risk. You potentially put a ton of money on the line that you could potentially lose right there and everything. So you want to take a look at the history of products over time and see if there's any really steep drops in competition from a ton of sellers to just a few or just one basically. And I'm not a fan of selling anything like that because you put yourself at risk potentially of getting an IP complaint, which is going to hurt your account health, and you'll end up being able to get those products back potentially, but it's a pain in the ass basically. So you don't want to be doing that pretty much on there. So you definitely want to be conscious of IP complaints. You can also see sometimes SellerAmp will give you an IP alert for if there is IP history on a specific product right there, but the best data on that is going to be just taking a look at the Keepa chart right there. So in terms of all the tangible stuff, it makes sense. Profitability, velocity, making sure there's no IP history, typically not competing with the brand and such like that. Another important component of product research is actually considering where that item's coming from, right? Because if you're finding a profitable product, there's a good chance other people are finding it, and naturally, when you're newer, you're not going to be finding the cream of the crop products, and you don't want to be looking where everyone else is. But when you're new, the stuff you find might just be what everyone else is coming from. So that's why it's important to be conscious of where an item's coming from, right? So for example, stuff like this on Nike.com is really, really easy to find. It's a big website. It's a sale that's going on, so it's being advertised. They probably emailed their newsletter. They're running ads to it, etc. So it's going to be really easy to find something like that. And if we dig deeper, we can click into the product page right here. We can actually see that there's a 20% code that they're advertising on the product page. So pretty much everyone who sees this is going to end up using it. Meanwhile, the products you want to be buying mainly are going to be the ones that are not on sale, but that do have complication required to make them be a buy. And that's typically going to come from email sign-up coupons, coupons that you can find using the Capital One shopping Chrome extension, the Be Frugal Chrome extension. Those are all free. You guys should all have those downloaded. You don't need a Capital One credit card to get the Capital One shopping. You want to consider the ease of purchase and just like how many other people are going to be getting on something like that. You want products that are hard to find, that require a coupon to be found, a coupon you found just on Google right there. And coupons are amazing because they're evergreen. Meanwhile, stuff that's on sale, it might only last a couple days based. Like if we go to the Nike homepage right here, we can see it's only through 5/19 right there. Meanwhile, there are certain coupons that I've been using for years that I found from signing up for email newsletters, having Capital One shopping and Be Frugal, just clicking around on Google, scrolling to the bottom of websites. Sometimes I'll like sign up for 10% right there, and that you're able to use again and again, and it's a lot harder to find than these other deals, and it's a lot more evergreen. So not only is there less competition, but you're able to reuse that stuff and it compounds. You can keep track on them and be able to take advantage of these websites, coupons again and again, and not have to worry about when sales come up. Beginners love the idea of sales. Meanwhile, I love the idea of very hard to find coupons that I'm going to use once and be able to use for months and months on end and be able to consistently churn out profitable products using that right there. So ease of purchase is really big. Because especially too, if it's a website, you know, where you're nice and protected, you're using a coupon, there's a rewards program, something like that, and you're able to buy a lot of those, you can take a little bit lower ROI. So it's not just ease of purchase in terms of knowing how much I want to go after something, but it's also, you know, knowing if I can get a bunch of units, if I want to go a little bit lower than that 30% ROI or something like that. And there's other things go into it, cashback, rewards, etc., that can kind of juice stuff here and there. But you want the long tail, the coupons, rather than stuff that's just on sale, because this Nike.com sale, the products in here that are profitable are so much easier to find, and so many more people are looking at this than some like obscure coupon in some of these different websites I've showed in some of my other videos, and that my coaching students get to see right there, because that stuff really benefits you over the long term and everything like that. So you guys got any questions about any of this product research stuff, let me know, but it's pretty straightforward. Keepa, seller amp, profitability, velocity, ease of purchase, making sure no IP complaints, make sure the buy box is being shared, make sure there's healthy oscillation in the competition, make sure it's selling, and everything like that. So if you guys are interested in working directly with me to scale up, take a look at the coaching program down below, watch other videos that are popping up right here, and I'll see you guys in the next one.